Hello, friends, and welcome back to 20 Questions With. For those of you who are new here, this is my fun way of introducing you to other costumers and costubers by asking them 20 silly questions. Today we are talking to Rebecca from Lady Rebecca Fashions. Welcome to my channel, Rebecca.
Hello.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your channel and your Instagram and all that kind of stuff?
Sure. My name's Rebecca. I am a historical costumer. I've been doing historical costuming since about 2010, and I started kind of from, well, both from theatrical costuming and also from Ren Fair, and then realized that people did other eras too, which is cooler in my opinion. So I discovered a few of those, like, I want to say original bloggers, which makes me and them sound old, but I don't know. People like Koshka the Cat and Kendra, those were the two that Catherine and Kendra were the first two that I discovered. And through them, Costume College. And so I attended my first costume college in 2011 and started doing like 18th century and then Regency and Victorian and now and Edwardian and like all sorts of stuff. So now I kind of focus mostly on like 1830s through Edwardian-ish. That's what I do most frequently because bustles are pretty.
Yes, they are. Also, history bounding, you do a lot of that.
I do a little
or
of
Disney
that.
bounding.
I do Disney bounding. Yeah, I'm a huge Disney fan, and I do like Disney, historical Disney stuff too. And I do Disney bounding, and I did that for like 3 months at the beginning of quarantine just to keep myself.
That was crazy.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah, it was awesome though.
Thanks. And I'm a huge Disney fan in general, and usually go to the parks like at least once a year too, and used to work there. So my general style is like comfy vintage inspired. So I think that picks up well with some of the history bounding stuff, but a lot of it is more kind of like 1950s plus maybe a ruffly blouse, as opposed to like Victorian long skirts. I do like mid calf length skirts a lot of times, and it's still kind of like with a modern, I'll do modern makeup, I'll do modern-ish hair. Sometimes I'll do vintage hair.
Also, for those of you who haven't seen it, I have a driving around Seattle video with Rebecca. I happened to be with Rebecca like the week before lockdown started. I was on a trip to the Pacific Northwest and I went, and then all hell broke loose. And
kind of while you were up here.
While I was up there. So
got canceled and everything.
Yeah, and I had to flee home. So anyway, if you haven't seen that and you want to, it's on my channel, and I will link it down below for you. Are you ready for 20 questions?
Sure.
All right. If peanut butter wasn't called peanut butter, what would it be called?
I've heard you ask this one to other people too, and I I have to agree. I think maybe it was Marika that answered this one, that like peanut paste, like, yeah, probably peanut paste, peanut spread. I like that, peanut spread.
I like nut cream.
Oh God, that's terrible. That just sounds like something that should not be edible at all.
It's really gross sounding. My friend had this like lotion that was made from nuts, but it was like it stank. Like it was foul, but it was very moisturizing. And he was a dude who carried this giant man bag. And so I nicknamed it Nut Cream, and I'd be like, "Can I have some of your nut cream?" And he'd be like, "Stop."
Oh, yeah, no, that's not appetizing. I would not eat that.
If you had a choice between two superpowers, being invisible or flying, which one would you choose?
Flying.
Why?
Because, I mean, I've always kind of just loved the feeling of flying. Like, even when you're just walking through a really windy area, it kind of feels like flying in some ways, and I love that. And also, you could get to places quicker. I mean, like, if disapparition was a choice, I'd obviously choose that. But right. Like, between flying and invisibility, I don't know. I already feel invisible, so I wouldn't want that to be like a thing. So flying for sure. I want to hang out with birds.
I imagine you like Mary Poppins style flying.
Oh, that'd be fun. I kind of just pictured like superhero style.
Okay. I'm going to keep my image because I like that one.
Yeah, I like that too.
What is something that we would not expect about you?
Well, kind of my most unexpected fact. So if for people who know me, you might know that I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, like you. And the I don't know, the hidden secret that now the whole internet is going to know is that although I am completely obsessed with Harry Potter, obviously not J.K. Rowling anymore, but with Harry Potter, and like I have the first couple movies basically memorized, and have read all of the books more times than I can count, including the first one in Spanish, even though I don't speak Spanish.
Wow.
And, but all that said, I didn't read the books until after the first movie came out.
I'm like, did I? Yeah, I did. I bought the first, because the first 3 books came out in the United States as like together, like all 3 came out at the same time. And I remember I was in Barnes and Noble and it was like that day, and I was like, but it had happened at midnight the night before, so like Barnes and Noble had like chilled out, but I was like, what is this, what's going on here? And the guy was like, oh, there's some kids books coming out, and I looked at them and I was like, okay, and I bought them. So I accidentally bought them on the first day out.
Oh, that's fun though.
Yeah, it is. And I was on my first date with my
Goblet of Fire was out already.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was on my first date with my ex-boyfriend too, which was very funny. Yeah. Does pineapple belong on pizza?
100%. I literally had that for lunch.
I love pineapple on pizza. I don't understand people who are like offended by it. I don't get, like, if you don't like it, don't have it. But
in fact, actually what I had for lunch was cheese pizza that I put a canned pineapple on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, because when you get like pizza from, frozen pizza from the grocery store, there's not a lot of options for pineapple. And I don't actually love ham on pizza. I think pineapple's the more important ingredient. And so like I had gotten a DiGiorno pan pizza, which if anyone has not tried the DiGiorno pan pizza, that is the frozen pizza to get, like seriously. But it only comes in cheese and pepperoni. So I put my own pineapple on.
So I have a pro tip about that. If you get the pineapple rings, you can slice them up just a little bit and then put them in your saute pan or whatever and grill them and then put them on your pizza. They're even better.
See, I'm totally fine with the fresh or canned fresh pineapple too.
I am too. It's just a little, change it up. What fictional character do you identify with the most and why them?
I have to choose just one. I mean, like, probably Hermione. But, like, I've definitely got to mix a Luna in there. So, yeah, but I'm like, mostly completely Hermione. It's why I'm 100% a Ravenclaw, because I'm, like, Hermione with some Luna. And so, the combo, yeah.
It keeps, I keep getting sorted into Ravenclaw, which I'm like, yeah, I feel like a Ravenclaw. And everybody who's my friend keeps telling me I'm a Gryffindor. So I tell people now that I'm a Ravendor. But in the same way that Hermione was in Gryffindor, I can be in Ravenclaw.
Yeah. But yeah, she was a hat stall. She was like one of the people who the hat took the most time on because it was so close between Ravenclaw and Gryffindor.
Yeah, yeah.
Ask me other Harry Potter trivia.
What skill or talent would you most like to learn?
You know what? I would love to play piano, like, perfectly. Like, I think that'd be really cool. I can play piano a little bit, but, like, if I could actually play to, like, accompany other people, like, that good, that's what I would want to do. And be able to sight read super, super well.
Yeah, that's a really good one. Musical inclination is a good wish to have.
Yeah, well, I mean, I have musical inclination. Like, I play other instruments.
Yeah.
Or at least I used to play other instruments. I've picked it up like 3 times in the last 10 years. But yeah, piano, I know basic piano. But yeah, I want to be super good. That'd be awesome.
I used to play flute really, really well. And I picked up a flute at Dickens Fair and started playing it.
Nope.
It's a hot mess. Because I've lost, like, you really need these muscles to be, like, primo.
Yeah, I tried picking up my clarinet for the first time, like, after 8 years or something like that. And I couldn't play for more than 15 minutes because my mouth hurts. And also, like, because the clarinet rests on your thumb.
Mm-hmm.
So literally just the weight of the clarinet for 15 minutes was like,
It's shocking how those muscles are. Like, I used to be super ripped too, because you have to hold a flute
oh yeah, sure.
perfectly parallel when you march with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What fashion trend needs to be brought back?
Basically just like all of the pretty stuff. So the thing is that it's coming back, which I think is so cool. Like when you look at even Target or something like that, they have a lot of history bounding stuff now. But yeah, I love poofy skirts and ruffles and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
What weird quirks did you pick up from your parents?
So saying some weird words for sure. Like it took until I was in college for someone to inform me that cussy wob was not a word.
What is the word?
Cussy wob.
Cussy wob.
Cussy wob. It's those cobwebs that are in the corners of ceilings.
Okay.
Yeah. At least according to my mom.
Sure.
So, and then I don't know, other weird, I think, I mean, it's not weird, but like my love of history is 100% from my parents. And I thank them so much for that, because growing up, it was all like, if we went on vacation, we went and looked at all of the historical sites. My dad used to do like trivia with us and would ask us historical questions. And like, I got American Girl dolls when I was, 10, 11, something like that. And I think that is really what kind of started the historical fashion thing for me, the interest in that for me. So I don't know if it's a weird quirk, but
I like the cobweb thing. I have weird language also. Like when you get a shiver, ugh. I call that a heeble.
I mean, like a heebie-jeebie?
Yeah, but it's a heeble. And nobody knows what I'm talking about. And I just train people in my language until everybody else speaks my language, and then it's fine.
Yeah.
If a new volcano formed and the government had an online contest to see what it would be named, what would you name it?
Where would it be? Well, I feel like that's a big thing of, because a volcano in Hawaii is going to be named a totally different thing than a volcano in like Massachusetts.
That's the question.
Can it be called like Coney Cone?
Coney Cone? Yeah. I think you should submit that name.
Coney Cone. It's like, what's that? Bodie McBoatface?
Yeah.
Yeah. Coney Cone Mountain.
I think you should call it Coney McConeface.
Coney McConeface.
Yeah. What is the best advice you've ever been given?
Oh God, that's a hard question. I don't know. I mean, there's a quote that one of my professors said in college that was like so good, and I don't even know if he made it up or not, but it was something along the lines of like, it doesn't matter if you build your castles in the air, now put your foundations under them, or something like support your great ideas, basically. So I guess it's kind of along the lines of like, if you can dream it, you can do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
My band director used to scream, monuments to greatness are not built on pillars of nothing. And I'm like, are you trying to get us to work harder? Like, don't be cryptic. We're 16.
Yeah, 16-year-olds don't understand that sort of thing.
Yeah. Would you go to space if you knew you could never come back to Earth?
No. Like, no. What? Absolutely no. Would anyone?
Yeah. Lots of people are gearing up to go to Mars or whatever, right?
See, I'd much rather go to Canada.
Mars? Canada. Mars? Canada.
Canada. I mean, sure. Frankly, I'd rather go to the UK. They just won't let people in.
Well, they will. You just have to quarantine for 14 days.
No, I mean, like, they won't let people live there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What animal would you choose to be?
I would say a house cat who gets to go in an indoor-outdoor house cat. I feel like they kind of get the best of all the worlds. Like, they get to go explore and, hang out with friends and whatever. But then they also get to come home and have, like, their food bowl and cuddles and a nice warm bed. So, yeah.
That's a good answer.
Basically, my cat.
Right. My cats, man. Yeah. Who is your childhood actor or actress crush?
I guess it would depend on when in childhood, but the very first person that I remember having a crush on celebrity-wise was Josh Hartnett.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I think it was Pearl Harbor-ish, somewhere in
Mm-hmm.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it lasted very long. And for a very long time, I feel like my celebrity crush has been specifically Lee Pace in Miss Pettigrew Lives for a Day.
Oh, Lee Pace is yummy.
I mean, Lee Pace in general, but have you seen
Yeah.
Miss Pettigrew Lives for a Day?
No.
Oh
No, I
my
haven't.
God, you have to see it. Also, anyone watching this, if you've never seen it, you have to watch it. It is one of the best movies of all time. And it is just like, seriously, there's like not a flaw in the movie. But also, Lee Pace is like,
I'm a Pushing Daisies Lee Pace guy.
Pushing Daisies Lee Pace is great, but
Yeah.
watch Miss Pettigrew and get back to me.
Okay, will do.
Yeah.
Absolutely. My answer should be obvious. There is no like reason otherwise to be naming my cat Keanu.
Keanu Reeves, really?
Oh yeah. Bill and Ted's, man. I had this like, well, before I had a house fire and so I lost all my stuff, but I had a photo album. And in the back of my photo album was like a shrine to Keanu Reeves that I had like cut out all the Teen Beat magazine pictures of Keanu Reeves.
See, Keanu Reeves, for like my formative years, it was already Matrix.
Uh-huh.
And like,
Oh, I'm into that. I'm into Keanu now. Like he's still my celebrity
Keanu
crush.
now is actually, I feel like, way more interesting than Keanu then. Because he's
Keanu
a
is like,
picture of himself.
I have one name on my list, and it is Keanu Reeves.
That's great.
What is your favorite smell and why?
My favorite smell is like, I don't know if I have like a specific, but kind of scent blend. Actually, this, my friend, I think, made for me. And it's gorgeous. It's a citrus spray, and it's like oranges and like, I think a little bit of lavender.
Mm-hmm.
And it just smells so nice. And it kind of reminds me of like the smell of Soren.
I was just about to say that. For those of you who are not Disney nerds, there's a ride at California Adventure, which is the park next door to Disneyland, and it's called Soarin' Over, well, it used to be Soarin' Over California. And they spritz this stuff at you, and it smells like the orange groves of California.
The funny thing is they still spritz the orange, even though there are no orange groves in Soren.
Yeah.
Which I think is great. But also that music is probably like the most transformative music to me. Like when I hear the music to Soren, I feel like I'm on Soren, even if I'm just sitting in a chair.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
The grass smell that they have in the Africa part right now, I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
It's a good one. Okay, this one was specifically picked for you.
Uh-oh.
If you were trying out for a singing reality show, what song would you sing?
Well, those singing reality shows don't like Broadway songs.
But you can sing anything you want, and it's just a tryout.
Yeah, but they wouldn't pick me if I sang a Broadway song. I still remember like Scooter Girl in American Idol Season 2 or something like that, who was too musical theater for them. Yeah, I would be sorely tempted to pick Before He Cheats. Carrie Underwood.
Right. Yeah.
That's like one of my go-to karaoke songs, and I sing it really well, and I feel like it shows off your voice pretty well too.
Yeah.
And much better than Ironic, which is my other go-to karaoke song.
I can't sing at all. I'm horrible. I only sing by myself, and I sing loud and unabashedly when I do so. I'm thinking, what's up?
What's up?
Four Non-Blondes.
I don't know if I know that, and if you start singing it, you're going to get copyright restricted.
Well, also, I can't sing, so there's zero chance that I would do that here.
Ooh, you know what the other one is that I really like? There's two Pink songs, one of which is What About Us? That one would be a good one, good contender. But also, God, what's her newer song? It's like the next single after that, and I can't remember the name of it. But that one, because I really like that other one because it goes both like the bottom of my range, but then like the top of my belt range. And I wish I could think of the name of it right now, but maybe someone will comment it below.
Have you been to one of her shows?
No, I would love to.
1,000% recommend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I tell you, here's another secret that's a weird fact about me. I have been to one pop concert that wasn't like a free concert in a park, and that was Celtic Women.
Oh, I've seen Celtic Women, and that was
You're
a hot
great.
mess
You're
when I saw it.
fantastic. Yeah, but like that's the only like arena type concert I've ever been to.
Wow, I've been to so many. Like there was a time in my life, like one of the reasons my husband and I got together was because there was a time in my life when we would go to 5 concerts in 7 days.
Wow.
Like I'm always wearing a concert shirt, and I'm wearing a Tool concert shirt right now.
What about the Harry Potter shirts? I thought you were always wearing Harry Potter shirts.
No, I also have a vast concert tour collection.
Kidding. Yeah, I've been to like the Turtles and like Jan and Dean and other people who do concerts in the park and that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they're great. But they're not like I've never been like that. People with like the mosh pit thing, yeah.
Go to a Pink show. If you go to one other concert in your life, go to a Pink show.
Well, I also have Josh Groban on my list, but
I was mind blown. She sailed around the arena.
She's on like flew. Stuff.
Yeah, she does stuff that's crazy on the stage at Cirque du Soleil level. She flew around the audience and stopped mid-air and sang to people on the upper tiers. It was crazy.
I would love to see a Pink concert. Like, I'm sure that is the best.
It was nuts. And I've been to a lot of concerts, and I just sat there going like, well, that's next level.
Nothing's going to top that.
Yeah. How superstitious are you?
Semi. Like, I won't say the Scottish play in a theater. And I won't walk under a ladder, but I feel like that's really more of a safety concern.
Wait, you're allowed to say the words the Scottish play, right? You're not allowed to say the actual name.
But you don't say the name.
Okay.
Yeah. Because otherwise you have to like run around the theater. So I won't do that. I won't walk under a ladder, but like black cats are cute, and like the number 13 is kind of cool because Friday the 13th is cool. And so semi. But I also like I wouldn't want someone to say like good luck on opening night. I don't know. I feel maybe they're all theater related superstitions that I have, and not anything otherwise.
All right.
Yeah.
What fictional world or place would you like to visit?
Hogwarts.
Even though you're not powered?
Yeah, don't say that. My letter just got lost. I don't know. Hogwarts would be really cool. I feel like I would really enjoy going to Arendelle. That's embarrassing to say.
Why?
Because Frozen's like, people make fun of Frozen all the time. It's so like overblown, whatever. But Arendelle's so pretty.
Yeah, Frozen 2 was awesome also.
Frozen 2 was so good.
It was so good.
Yeah.
I thought Frozen 1 was like, okay, so I saw it and I was like, it was okay. And then I didn't see it again for a really long time because I found it really annoying because of the song. And then I watched it again and I was like, no, it's still pretty good. And then I watched Frozen 2 and I was like, that movie was badass. I liked it.
Yeah, for me, it was like Frozen 1. I saw Frozen 1 opening day. And there was almost no one in the theater. And I was already Disney bounding because I had already been making a costume as a commission for someone. And so I was in full Frozen mode before it even came out. And there were very few people in the theater. That was in November. And again, it didn't really take off or anything like that. And then suddenly it was Christmas time and it was like Frozen went crazy. And all the kids were into Frozen. And they started selling fabrics for Frozen that I had to have shipped from the fabric district prior to that. And all of that, and it just it went so crazy. And so then it was like, oh, I feel like I shouldn't like Frozen, but also at the time, and I still believe that Tangled is a better movie than Frozen 1. And so like Rapunzel is my favorite princess, and I don't know, so Tangled I feel like got overshadowed by Frozen. But when Frozen 2 came out, it was like, I need to go see this again because was fantastic.
Olaf recaps all of Frozen 1.
Oh my god.
In Frozen 2. You don't even need to see Frozen 1. Just go watch Frozen 2 because Olaf does it for you. And it is absolutely, if you have seen Frozen 1, it's absolutely hysterical. Like, me and my friends were dying in the theater, like rudely laughing. And I try really hard never to be rude in the theater, but we couldn't help it. We were just cackling.
It was so good. I mean, that moment, and also like the 1980s power ballad moment.
Yeah. They stopped taking themselves so seriously. It was great.
It was fantastic. Yeah.
If you could live anywhere in the world for 1 year, where would it be?
England. Specifically, when I was there in 2007, we stumbled across this small town that was kind of near-ish to Manchester, and I think it was called Wilmslow, and it just looked like the cutest little town, but still like kind of close-ish to a city, but like very small town vibes. And
Like Hamlet?
Not that small.
Okay.
It was more like suburb small town vibes, I guess, like cute main street, kids playing in the parks, that sort of thing. And but anywhere in the UK, literally anywhere. More than a year. I want to move to the UK. Can I move to the UK, please?
Sure. I give you permission. Go.
Yay!
Please get a guest room.
Okay.
Would you rather have more time or more money?
Oh, both. Well, that's a good question. You know what? More money, enough money where I don't have to work, because that would then give me more time.
Fair answer.
Yeah.
I would go the other way. I would say more time, because if you have more time, you can make more money.
True.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
And the last of the 20 questions, if you were the 8th dwarf, what would your name be?
That's a good question. I feel like Singy. Singy the dwarf.
Okay.
I'd probably just like start singing.
I'm going to make you a t-shirt.
Singy the dwarf.
Yeah. All right. And the super controversial bonus question, is a hot dog a sandwich?
Hot dog is, in my opinion, its own kind of separate entity. Because technically, if your bun breaks and becomes 2, then it becomes a sandwich based on the dictionary definition of sandwich. But otherwise,
which dictionary?
I forget. I think dictionary.com.
Merriam-Webster says it is a sandwich. Oxford English says it is not.
I read that when you were doing all of this for CoCoVid, I read the definition that said it is like protein between 2 pieces of bread, which,
okay.
Like, I mean, I also kind of consider wraps sandwich, so I'm flexible, and I feel like a hot dog is sandwich adjacent.
So then a Philly cheesesteak and a hoagie and a club sandwich, and all those are not a club, but a Philly cheesesteak, a Philly cheesesteak and a hoagie are not a sandwich either.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, in my personal opinion, like all of those are sandwich adjacent. So they're types, really specific types of, but like if in that case, you could start to say like, oh, well, is a Hot Pocket a sandwich? Is a meat pie a sandwich?
No, those
like,
are calzones.
You have to draw the line somewhere. But I don't know. I don't feel very strongly on the hot dog issue. The question that you were asking at CoCoVid I feel very strongly about is cereal is 100% not a soup.
I almost put that in your 20 questions.
Like, no, it is not a soup at all.
I had to get rid of that one to ask you the dwarf one.
Well, now I answered both.
Okay. All right. Thank you for joining me today, Rebecca. And thank you to everyone out there for joining both of us. I will leave a list of Rebecca's accounts down below so that you can go check her out and show her some love. If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below about what you guys are up to. And I will see you guys soon with another video. Bye, guys.
Bye.